morning. That's what I call a real omelet. I'll come to your farm anytime you want.
We'll have to keep the roosters miles away from her. They'll go wild.
They'll quit laying when they see her.
Ines, let me take your picture. All right, don't move now. Old Amos has got to keep his hands busy. You'll just have to wait.
You better watch your hands.
The taxi will be here in a minute or two.
Don't tell me he's going up in the lift. You can go home in a taxi if you want.
Well, one thing is sure. I'll be happy when this agricultural fair ends.
They're just about to leave now.
Well, about time. It's 1 o'clock.
Poor little baby chicks. They shouldn't be squeezed in tiny cages.
Oh, they have enough room.
Well, I couldn't stand it.
Well, I don't think you'd mind. We've got great gamecocks.
All right, let's hurry now. The taxi's
Do
waiting.
you know where the lift is?
Yes.
Ladies, gentlemen, I sincerely hope you've had a nice evening.
Yeah, sure. It's been great.
The night is young and the best part is yet to come.
Did you press the button?
Yes.
Good girl.
Oh, this way. Here we go. Oh, baby.
Anyone else?
Oh, here we go.
I guess I've had a little too much to drink.
It looks like you spilled more than you drank.
Well, let me try them.
Just one little kiss, baby.
What's the big hurry? Oh, wait till we get back to the hotel.
Oh, what was that?
It must have been lightning.
Wow, that was quite a bang, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure was.
I guess it's a short circuit.
Hello? Hello?
This doesn't work either. I sure hope it won't take long, huh?
2 bottles of champagne and some good caviar.
Joker.
I see. It's just a fuse. Oh, nothing really serious. Right, okay. Fairporton is checking the fuses. It shouldn't take long.
The lift is stuck.
Oh, damn.
Oh. Whew. Oh, it's so hot in here.
Come on while we're waiting, huh?
You ate too many of those mussels. You shouldn't have.
Hey, Remus, are you feeling sick, huh?
Do you think they know we're stuck in here and we can't get out? Oh.
Look, it's still right between floors. Well, that takes care of one problem, doesn't it?
The lift hasn't moved, though.
That's very strange.
Klaus, a red light.
What?
A red light is on.
What?
A red light.
What?
A red light.
I think I'm going to choke.
Jason, it's just like a sauna in here.
Oh.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. What? Huh?
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Well, it could be they left.
And it could be they don't want to be disturbed.
Quiet! Are you all right?
I sure hope this is the right one.
Oh, so do I.
Yep. Okay.
That's not it.
This has to be it.
Let me
Buenas. Buenas. God. What's going on? Oh my God.
Don't you think we should call the police? Look, there's no reason to panic now. It's going down.
Me to break my neck?
It's an emergency. He had to hurry.
Hop, 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 hop.
Why don't you bring him something without batteries for a change?
Batteries?
Don't forget, I have to hear that noise all day long.
You can see he has fun with it.
Wow, that's a nice eye you've got.
Yeah. He really knows how to throw a right.
It's your own fault. You know how jealous Harry is.
All I did was talk to her a little. Is that against the law nowadays?
Why didn't you hit him back then?
I'd never try that. That guy is too strong.
Daddy, the siren has stopped working.
Daddy doesn't care about your ambulance.
Can you fix it for me?
Not now. I'll do it tonight.
Yes, but it's an emergency.
It's time for school. You'd better get dressed.
You know something? Inika's father has hair all over his chest.
Oh, yeah? How do you know?
The time we went swimming, I saw it.
Really?
Bertie, don't read at the table. School's the place for that.
But Daddy is reading.
He's not going to spend the day in school. Karen, let's eat now.
Say, Daddy, will I grow hair on my chest someday?
But girls don't grow hair. They get lumps.
Lumps? What's that?
Hey, Daddy, we don't get lumps there, do we?
Breasts. Women have breasts.
Mama, when will I get breasts too?
When you learn not to talk at the table while we're eating.
Yes, hello. This is Bertie Adler. Yes? It's for you, Dad.
Adela here. Good morning. Oh, yes? What happened there? The air conditioning? Yes, it can get pretty hot. No. I'll go over and take a look. What's the address? Yes. 14. Yes, boss. That's what I'll do. Goodbye.
Are they going to start calling you at home now?
An elevator got stuck last night. They want me to check it out. It's probably nothing serious. Good morning.
Your hands on your hips.
Good morning.
And take a deep breath. All together.
Are you here for the lift?
The lift, that's right. I hear they had quite a party last night.
Oh, it sure was. It was almost their last party. I'll tell the super you're here. He's expecting you. This is Keith. The new lift mechanic is here. Can you show him around? Okay. He's coming.
Thanks.
Did you have a party last night, too?
I walked into a door.
I'm Bush.
Adelar.
The air conditioning in the lift hasn't been working.
And one of the cages got stuck, I believe.
The what? Oh, yeah. It's the middle one that got stuck. But it seems to be working again. It must have been lightning.
The air conditioning is working.
All I do is clean them.
Ah, there you are. Ravenstein, Nathan Construction Management and Project Development, Real Estate Benelux Exploitation. We manage this building.
Adelar.
I hope it won't take long for you to fix it. Do you know that this is a brand new elevator?
I don't see how I can be of any help. The air conditioning is in working order.
What do you mean it's in working order? Do you know that 4 of our guests passed out last night? They almost choked to death.
Look for yourself.
This is strange. There are 4 people in the hospital suffering from serious symptoms of suffocation. There has to be a reason for this. What do you think?
I'll check all the circuits for electrical failure. That could be the cause of the accident.
Yes. That could be what caused it. You understand the situation. Check it out as soon as you can. Bush, will you show Mr. Adelar the way? I have an appointment. If you need me for anything, my office is on the 6th floor.
Wait! Well, thanks, Bush.
Everything all right, Mr. Cravanger?
Oh, yes, yes. I have to slow down. That's all. Thank you.
Psychiatrist. He has his office here.
That means he can take a breather on his couch. What else is there in the building?
Everything. All kinds of offices and companies. Restaurant upstairs. There's real estate, import, export, every kind of business. It's mostly vacant, though.
That's no wonder with rents the way they are nowadays.
That's all right with me. Nice and quiet. Now, here we are.
It's only the 14th here.
Oh. Oh, I must have pressed the wrong button. It happens quite often lately. I guess I'm getting old. Look at that. 2 windows broken. As if I don't have enough to do. Oh, well. I'll clean up here later.
Nothing unusual. No lightning struck here, that's for sure.
I could never do a job like that. It's much too complicated. Do you know what all that stuff is for?
Well, it's my job to know. I was trained for it.
And this? Is this all part of it?
The microprocessor's in there. That's what guides the lift.
Oh, chips and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's very complicated, isn't it? It's really a shame about that colleague of yours.
Ah, Brooker.
He was a very nice guy. I thought a lot of him. And he was very conscientious. He worked a long time on that last checkup here. And in spite of all that, it's not working.
That's right, but it could have been another cause.
Well, I'll leave you to get on with your work. While you're working, will you turn the elevator off?
No. I don't think it's necessary.
Good. I wouldn't like to walk all the way up 15 flights. If you feel like coffee, come by. I always have some.
Okay, I'll do that.
working?
Mm-hmm. Now, try to think more of your mother. Okay? Ah, here comes Mama. Let's go. Brush your teeth. Get ready for bed. Hurry up. You too, Karen.
What? Are you all still up? Hurry up. Now get up to bed. Felix, it's 9:30 already.
What? Is it that late? Okay.
If you had anything to do with it, the children would stay up all night.
Did you talk to his teacher?
Yep, he's getting along much better.
See? He's not as dumb as you think he is.
What was wrong with the lift this morning?
Oh, it wasn't serious. I think it was only a short circuit.
They said some people almost choked to death.
Yeah, they'd just come out of the restaurant. Yeah, it could have been what they ate.
They're making a big thing out of nothing.
Well, it was my job to check it out. We have to keep the client satisfied.
Yes, I suppose that's what counts. Don't throw it out.
What?
The cap. I save all the caps.
The caps? What for?
Once you save up 100, you win a free trip to Hawaii.
What do you want to go to Hawaii for? We went to our own little island last year.
You're not very romantic anymore, are you?
No, I'm still that way. In fact, I wouldn't mind being out on the river right now in the moonlight, in the arms of someone.
All right, just put it where I told you.
Where's that?
Right next to the coffee.
I was wondering if you could tell me what the view is like.
The view?
Yes, it's for my mother, of course. The view from the apartment.
Oh, well, it's fantastic, I can assure you. On one side, there's a huge forest with trees as far as you can see. On the opposite side is the blue water of the Mediterranean Sea. But we've gone over this many times, Mr. Fink. Now is the time for you to decide if you want the apartment.
Yes, I agree. But with the price so high, the decision is not an easy one, I'm afraid.
However, you and your mother will never regret buying anything so nice.
Yes, it's a surprise for my mother.
And what a surprise.
The poor thing. She hardly ever gets out. She's in a wheelchair, you know.
This is really not the time to postpone, Mr. Fink. I have the contract right here. You can use my pen.
No thanks, I have my own pen.
Now then, if you will sign here. Yes. Thank you. And another signature here, please.
Do I have to sign again?
Yes, it's for our administration.
Oh.
So, you will enjoy this for the rest of your life. Believe me, you've made the right decision. Do you know your way to the elevator?
Yes, don't worry. I can find it by myself.
And give my regards to your mother.
I will. Thank you.
Your pen, you forgot to take it.
Did I? How careless of me. It's a souvenir that has great meaning. I don't know what I'd do without it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good day, Mr. Fink.
Good day. Did you say something?
What? No, I didn't say a word.
No, I thought you did.
Now, the latest traffic news.
3 o'clock. We have 2 more hours to go. Hey, would you like a drink?
A drink?
I hope you won't talk about this to anyone. Here, my best friend, the first one today.
Yeah, no thanks, I don't drink much.
I wonder why nobody told me that you weren't a man who likes to have a drink. Well, in that case, I'll drink alone. Or what do you do to amuse yourself? Chase after girls?
I'm engaged.
You have a fiancée, do you?
That's right. We're getting married next month.
You are. Don't you have anyone to keep you busy with? Let me tell you something. When I was a sailor, I had a girl in every port. And I racked up a hell of a score in those days. So much so that now I'm what's called immune to penicillin. What is it?
I thought there was a noise.
You're jumpier than a cricket. I can see why you are. You're getting married next month.
No, I did hear a noise.
It's the rats. Did you hear about the time they found the elevator full of dead rats? There were dozens of them inside there. If you're looking for excitement, you better look for another job.
The lift. There's someone in the building. The lift is moving.
That's strange.
The stairway.
Huh?
We'll surprise him. Let's go. He's on the 10th floor. He got out.
What?
He's on the 15th.
Oh.
That's the restaurant, isn't it?
Oh, maybe he's hungry.
You all right?
Keith! Keith!
What is it?
There's someone down there. There's a man in the shaft. Ah! Oh, help! Help me, damn it! Hurry, get me out. Do something quick.
I'll call the fire brigade. Do you have the number?
Jesus! The lift! The lift!
Oh, God.
It stopped, Keith. Keith! Keith, where are you? Keith!
Then there's the vice squad. That was even worse. That's a fact. One of those psychopaths. This one met a girl on the street, took her to his place, and gave her a sleeping pill so she'd keep quiet. Then he went to work with an electric saw. Black & Decker, I believe. He sliced her in two. I skipped lunch that day. You can understand why.
Oh.
You get used to it after a while. Thanks. There are plenty of lunatics running around.
Well, it may be routine to you. However, I'm not used to things like this. I still can't believe anything as horrible as this could happen. It's just not possible. I was assured that these lifts were safe, that nothing could go wrong. And now something like this happens.
This isn't the first accident I've come across with a lift. And it won't be the last one either. I don't like lifts. I use the stairs. They're much safer. It's too long to be in a small area. I suffer from claustrophobia. That's why I became a policeman and not a criminal. I would much rather put others away in cells than end up inside a prison. Do you know how many victims get stuck in lifts every year in this country?
No idea. 100? 200? Come in.
Ah, Smith. I was asking the gentleman here how many people he thought got stuck in a lift every year in Holland. Tell him.
250,000. 250,000.
250,000 in our country alone, every year. That's a fact. Did you go to the hospital?
Yes, the night watchman hasn't said anything coherent yet. The doctors say he's suffering from a severe shock, and it could take days for him to tell us anything useful.
That doesn't help us get any further in the case.
Well, I did manage to deduct from what the man said that there was a third party in the building when this occurred. The two of them were chasing someone.
Someone in the building? A burglar?
I couldn't make sense of anything else he said.
Well, could that third party be the cause of this?
Could be, yes. We'll check out the possibility that it was a burglary. For the time being, we'll have to wait. As soon as our friend can talk, then we can start a real investigation. He's the only witness there is.
Yeah.
And the blind man?
Yes, Marius Vink. He must have fallen down the shaft yesterday. He was in the building to see Mr. Speckinger, the real estate agent. I checked it out. It looks like another accident.
Did the lift mechanic come?
Yes, he started working early this morning. He'll be finished soon.
How are you doing?
What? Who are you?
I'm Mickey DeBeer of the New Review.
The new review? Oh, yeah, I see it sometimes in the cat's litter box at Friends.
Our readers are found in many strange places.
Well, you arrived here late, didn't you?
I shot the photos I needed this morning.
I thought no one was allowed in the building this morning.
Yes, everybody thought so. This is very interesting. Are you with the Rising Sun?
No, I'm from the lift company. Rising Sun to Electronics. Will your readers find that interesting?
It's for my private collection. You've been here all day. At least that's what they told me.
Yeah, that's right.
What was that?
It's the air circulation going through the shaft. It causes vibration in the lines. It's really nothing to worry about.
Uh-huh.
What, are you here again? I thought I asked you to leave.
Okay, I'm ready to leave. That's an artistic tie you got. It's been a pleasure, gentlemen. Good afternoon.
She's a cheeky one, isn't she? I'm sorry, Mr. Adler. Our regulations, they're strict here. The boss wants to know how far you got.
I've checked out every one of the electrical circuits.
Yes, I guess that's an important checklist.
It's the most likely place for a failure to originate. However, I couldn't find anything wrong. It's functioning normally.
Too bad we can't say the same about the victims.
The access controls of the doors are all in order. Of course, I haven't had enough time to do a thorough inspection. I should check up inside the shaft, but that would take days.
Well, the lift would be out of order then, wouldn't it?
That's right. The lifts would have to stop working.
I read about an accident at crossing this week involving two cars. There was a head-on collision because the traffic lights were out of order. And guess what? What was the cause, Smith?
2 mice.
Yes, they found these 2 mice hiding in the relay box. That was what stopped the lights working.
Well, I can't imagine that mice caused what happened here.
Well, why not? I wouldn't be surprised. A lift can't go on its own. What do you think?
No. What's the big idea?
You seem to be the only one who could give me a lift back into town.
You often break into strangers' cars.
Depends. Depends if they're locked.
Where are you going?
To the center.
You're lucky. That's where I'm going.
My having luck is not the point. You look very serious.
Oh, yeah?
What is actually wrong with the lift?
Didn't you ask the police about it?
Naturally. Their first conclusion is that the accident was tragic, and they will investigate. Measures will be taken to prevent this kind of accident occurring in the future.
How about that? Enough for a leading article.
There has to be more to it than that.
If there was more to tell you, they would have.
You're the expert.
Well, I'm deeply honored.
Something is going on. No one gets himself beheaded for no reason. A loose relay, perhaps.
What makes you say that?
The doorman said so. One of the lifts was stuck last week, too, he said.
That's not the same problem.
Too bad.
Why?
It would have made a nice story.
Is that your idea of nice?
Many accidents like this happen on lifts.
It's far riskier driving your own car. Lifts are equipped with all sorts of double safety devices. There's practically nothing can happen to them.
But it could be that accidents happen and we never hear anything at all about them.
A conspiracy.
Want a cigarette?
No, thanks.
Nice wife you've got. Been together very long?
Almost 10 years now.
That's quite a while. How long have you been a lift mechanic?
What about you? How long have you been a journalist?
Isn't it a tiring job? All day long? Up and down in a shaft?
Yeah, it's tiring sometimes. You could come by and we'd go up and down together.
Okay. I'll keep quiet.
I see you read it yourself.
Only my own articles. Thanks very much. It was cozy.
I enjoyed it. Do you live here?
What?
I said, do you live here?
No. This is the office. I've got work to do.
I thought that you lived here.
Oh, no. Why would anybody live here?
Yeah. Hey, but I...
Look, if you have any news on the lift, call me at the magazine.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, I'll do that.
See you.
Your wife is learning quick. Look, they're beating her pants off. You think they're practicing on the sly?
No. She's talented.
Hey, Felix. How about that? Felix?
What?
Oh, forget about work. Look, don't look so sad. It's not your fault. These things happen, you know.
How do you feel?
We're going to get a drink. What do you want, Felix?
I don't know. Beer, I guess.
Do you want a tonic, dear?
Well, I feel like...
No, that will make you even fatter.
All right, then. I'll have a tonic.
I keep blending his pants out in the waist. Looks like Felix needs a bit of cheering up this evening.
I don't understand this. He takes his job too seriously.
Can I help
Two
you,
red
ladies?
wines, a beer, and a tonic. Are you two getting along all right otherwise?
Who, Felix and me? Why do you ask?
Are you sure there isn't someone else?
Someone else? Another woman?
It happens quite often in a marriage.
No, Felix isn't like that. What an idea.
You never know what can happen.
No, you don't know Felix.
All right, it's just as well because it could be an awful situation to be in. I made it clear to Ken years ago. I told him if ever there's another woman, then you can choose. Either you leave or I do. And he's behaved himself all this time. You wouldn't dare try it.
Surprise! I found it. Here's the piece you wanted.
Hey, that's great. Now I can stay late and work overtime.
Enjoy yourself.
An extensive overhaul? Isn't that overdoing it? We have a lot of other work to do.
I'd feel a lot easier if we did it. Something has to be wrong.
I know how you feel about it, Felix, but these unfortunate events have nothing to do with you. As long as the police think they were accidents, I have no reason to think there was any other cause.
I just want to know what the real cause is. It's not normal for things to happen that way.
The lift is in order. Brooker gave it a checkup last month, inside and out. He spent several weeks on the job and was very thorough.
I understand he had quite a few problems with it.
Who told you that?
I heard it.
You know that this is our latest model. It's equipped with the latest electronics and safety devices. Long years of research went into its development, and at great cost. No wonder the maintenance is taking time. It takes longer to get the feel of these things.
And the maintenance book?
Just what do you mean?
There was no sign of the maintenance book.
Really? That's strange. Have you looked everywhere?
I couldn't find it.
Well, I wouldn't know where it is. I'll ask Stainsma if he knows. That's his job. But as far as your job goes, it's complete. If there's anything wrong with the lift, then Brooker would have discovered it. You'd better take a few days off.
Why should I? I never felt better.
Listen, Felix. In a few months, we'll have that merger with the Americans wrapped up. That's going to mean more work for every one of us. This is no time to bring up problems.
Problems? I'm only trying to do my work the best way I know how.
You're a good mechanic, one of the best we have. And while I'm on the subject, you're due for a promotion now. I'll put in a good word for you. We'll talk about this later. Yes, Youngblood speaking. That would be inconvenient just now.
You know what? I'm going to retire and let my mother-in-law work.
Now, that's a good idea.
Hey, Felix.
Hi, Spicky.
Hi. Do you know that blonde girl that works in administration?
Blonde?
Yes, in administration. I've got a date with her.
Who hasn't?
They say she shaves herself down below.
Really? Does it grow that fast?
Oh. I'm gonna find out soon enough about that. Believe me. Oh, damn it. I've got salami again.
They asked me to work Wednesday night. I like it.
Did you know Brooker when he was here?
Brooker? Not really. I want to see him in the sanitarium. That guy is in a bad way. He didn't recognize me. Why's that?
Do you think Brooker is the type who would try to play any tricks with the lift?
And what kind of tricks?
Well, like tampering with things out of spite for someone he didn't like.
No, Brooker wouldn't. He was always a weird type of guy, but he loved lifts. I was his helper on a couple of jobs, and all he would talk about was his work. No, Felix, you're wrong to think that way.
It's strange, though, admit it. For someone to change his whole life from one day to the next.
Well, it happens all the time. Some people are okay one day, and the next thing you know, they're out of it. Spickerman! I want a word with you. Sure thing, Chief. Why don't you pay him a visit? Maybe he's feeling better now. Spickerman!
I know that, Carl. Sorry, I forgot about it, Carl. No, we're partners. I won't forget it. I'll send the quotation off now. It's going to work. Yes, say hello to your wife, Carl. Yes, sure. Good. I'll see you later.
He never does.
What?
Say hello for you.
Oh, no? Oh, well, sometimes I think he knows what we're doing.
No way. That guy's all tied up in his work. And so are you. You've got to relax a bit, partner. What is it now?
Well, the personnel, I wouldn't want him to find out about us.
Oh, what's wrong? You never used to worry. The secretary's out to lunch until 2, isn't she?
We must be careful, though.
Come. Now relax and enjoy this. Nobody will discover us.
Feel like a drink?
Hey, what if Ravenstein sees you?
We don't have to worry about him. Ravenstein's getting his rocks off.
Ah, yeah, you're right. Today's Wednesday, I forgot.
Oh, let's get comfortable on the couch, dear.
Oh, where's your daughter?
She's playing outside in the hall. Don't worry.
You're wearing black underwear.
Just for you. Why did you scream? What have you been up to? Come with me. You're always into mischief.
Are you related?
No, we work together. How's he doing?
Unfortunately, no change. It's very mysterious. He always sits in the middle of the room. Seems he has a fear of walls. Mr. Brooker, you have a visitor. Pull up a chair here if you want to.
What's wrong with his hands?
Well, that happened last week. He smashed the screen of a television set with his bare hands. We have no idea why.
Look how lovely she is.
Call me when you want to go. He's been sedated quite heavily, so I don't expect he'll talk much.
Hello. You know me, don't you? I'm Adela from work. The lift company. We never had a chance to talk much, but... Brooker. Brooker, what happened to the lift? You must have an idea. Brooker. Brooker, you worked on that lift for quite a while. There have been accidents. People have been killed. You must tell me what you know. What's the matter with that lift?
Look what you've done. Dirty. It's dirty.
Ah, your colleague just left.
Colleague?
Yes, from the computer company. I thought you knew. He's been checking out the electrical installation. This man said the lifts were very complicated.
Well, that's for sure.
Well, he's been up to all kinds of things. The lift's been out of order for a whole hour.
A whole hour?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that quite often happens. These things take a lot of time.
You won't repeat the exercise, I hope.
No, I just came to see if the lift is still in good working order, that's all.
Ah, you scared me there for a second. My feet are killing me from walking up all those steps.
That's all there is. There's nothing else on the Rising Sun in our files. Can you make anything of it?
They're one of the largest multinational companies as far as electronics are concerned. Did you know that?
There's nothing bad in that.
No. They've been accused of bribing politicians and industrial espionage.
What's so wrong with that? A lot of them do it. They were on a television show recently.
Rising Sun?
It was some kind of scientific program.
Oh, and when was that?
Last week, I think. Didn't you see it?
No. I bet someone else did, though.
Let's go and have a cup of coffee. Then you can tell me what's bothering you. Okay, I think I understand. In a lift, you've got a mechanical section and an electronic section. Now, the electronic section guides the lift and sees to it that the lifts don't go to one floor at the same time. It also controls the doors.
That's right. It's what you could call the brains of the whole lift installation.
And you think the electronic section is the cause of all this.
And all the electronics came from the Rising Sun.
And when your co-worker found out, he went mad.
Yes, I think so.
But what made him go mad? He might also have a loose relay.
Please don't make jokes about it.
What makes you so worked up about the lift?
This lift does things it shouldn't.
I also do things that I shouldn't.
Yeah, but you're not a machine.
Thank you.
Hey! He's with someone else.
Someone else?
I knew it. I knew he had a girlfriend. That no good shit. Come on.
Why don't you go to the police?
I haven't got any proof. They'd never believe me.
Those clippings didn't help you much either.
I've got a better idea of the situation.
What time is your appointment with him?
I'm going there now.
Okay, that's good.
What do you mean?
You don't think I'd let you go alone?
Yeah, why not?
I'm coming with you.
No, I can't bring a journalist along with me.
And why not?
All right, now. Don't try anything.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Good afternoon. I have an appointment.
What's your name?
Adelar. Felix Adelar.
Yes, your appointment is with Mr. Crone of Development and Research at 4:45 today. You're right on time, sir. He forgot his beeper. I'll go and get him for you. Will you wait here, please?
No way, are you crazy?
Why?
You're Mr. Adler. Kuhn. I thought you'd be alone.
This is my colleague. We're working on this together.
Colleague? Ah, well, unusual work for a woman.
Really?
What can I do for you? Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time.
Someone who works for your firm checked the electrical installation on one of the lifts I've been working on.
We check our installations regularly. It's routine. We also do it after consulting our clients.
Well, I was wondering if the system could have something wrong with it.
With our electronic installation?
The guidance mechanism.
Oh, the question can't be that. Our microprocessing systems are always given strict tests in difficult circumstances. Don't forget we have a reputation to think of.
Yes. I understand only a little about electronics myself, but couldn't something have gone wrong?
Mr. Adler, our company supplies electronic installations all over the world. For lifts, factories, hospitals, military installations, nuclear reactors, you name it, we do it. And we are spending millions on research and development of technologies. We can't afford to make mistakes. Our microprocessing systems are 100% reliable.
Is this where they're made?
What?
The microprocessing systems.
Some of them. Most come from Japan, though. We're concerned with maintenance here in the factory. I'm afraid that's all I can do for you, Mr. Adler.
I wouldn't mind seeing how they're made.
I'm sorry, I don't have time now.
We also have a job waiting for us.
We have to go up into a shaft, a loose relay.
Thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
It was a pleasure, and if ever you need help, just ask for an appointment.
Yes, I will.
You do that.
He didn't sound very convincing.
Neither did you. I hope I don't get into trouble for this.
Did you believe him?
If there was anything that was wrong, he would never tell us.
Well, do you have any idea what could be wrong with the electronics?
None at all. What do you think? New recipe?
Oh, no. It could be that it's burnt a little. That can happen when it's been on the stove too long.
Well, it's no fun being stuck in a traffic jam.
Bertie, will you stop playing and take off your cap?
Daddy, what's adultery about?
Adultery? Well, I'll tell you when you're a little older.
Why not explain it now?
What?
Tell them what adultery's about. You're an expert at it.
An expert?
Don't act so dumb. You were with someone else this afternoon. We saw you. I gave the factory a call and asked where you were, and nobody knew where you'd gone. Well, I know where.
What are you talking about?
You were having a good time with another woman, that's what. I guess I'm not good enough for you anymore. You must be tired of me. Well, I'm not going to let you treat me like an idiot.
Adler. Hello. No, we're just having dinner. Listen, I'll have to call you back. What? Which professor? The one who's famous for computer science? No. No. Won't tomorrow do? He'll be at the university. Oh, all right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know where it is. Okay, see you later. Bye.
So, she's a student.
It's not at all the way you think. She's a journalist.
How nice. That's even better for you. Hurry, children. That's it. Papa has a heavy date tonight.
This is a chip. According to some, it's the greatest discovery in the history of mankind. According to others, it's the greatest threat. In reality, this kind of chip is only a few millimeters across. Now, one chip has thousands of microscopically little transistors on it. There are chips all around us these days. Without chips, our present society simply wouldn't be able to function anymore. Soon we will have chips planted inside our bodies to regulate our blood pressure. This is a revolution, the end of which is not yet in sight. And it will not be long before the chip will even take over certain functions of the brain. If I were stupid, which I can assure you I'm not, one chip installed in the head and I could think as well as anyone else.
Can you tell us about the computer in America?
A computer was created quite a while back in the United States. It was equipped with the latest kind of chips. The odd thing was that the apparatus began to function in a most unusual way. It was inexplicable and still a mystery to all concerned. The computer started to do its programming on its own. It became impossible to control it any longer. It couldn't be stopped. Well, so what did they do? They went out and dug a hole and dumped this baffling mess into it, and then covered it.
But was there something wrong with those chips?
Very likely. You see, in the last few years, scientists the world over have spent a lot of time reducing the size of these chips. We used to need a computer that took enough space to fill a fairly big room. Let's see. Yes, that's it. This computer used to accomplish the same as a little chip does today. It wasn't that far back in time, a mere 10 years ago, and the end is not anywhere near in sight. The chips are getting tinier and tinier, and that is just where the danger arises. From certain influences, the programs of the chips can now be changed. The tinier the chip, the less stable it is, and the less reliable it will become.
What kind of influences?
Magnetism, static electricity, temperature, ultraviolet rays, radioactivity. When chips are exposed to these influences, there's an element of risk. When that is the case, it could cause automatic reprogramming. They would start doing things that they are not supposed to do. In Japan, they're experimenting with what is known as a biochip. Chips that are no larger than a molecule. At one point, they had built a computer, a prototype, with chips that were made from protein. Imagine, if you can, a chip that was composed of organic material.
Did that computer work?
It was a total failure. The reason was the chips were so unstable and irregular that there was instant reprogramming in the computer. But the most fascinating thing was that these chips of protein lost control and started multiplying themselves over and over again. The computer produced its own chips.
It began to grow. Hear that, Felix?
Well, was that computer buried also?
I have no idea. It could have committed hara-kiri by itself. That's all right. Glad I could be of help.
Thanks again.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, what do you think, Felix?
I don't believe any of it. It's impossible for chips to start multiplying.
Why is that?
A computer that grows by itself. Are you sure your friend is a professor?
He's one of the most brilliant people I know. He doesn't have to make things up. And he knows what he's talking about. Rising Sun has built a system like that in the lift. And your friend Brooker discovered it, then went completely mad.
I'll go that way too, listening to you.
You won't go along with it? Well, why don't we try to find out the real truth?
How can we?
Well, the computer that controls the lift is on top of the shaft in a metal box.
So you're going in for housebreaking?
Then we can find out the truth.
Yeah. That would make a great story for you. Thank you, but I have enough problems. And one thing I don't need is a fight with my boss on top of everything else just because some friend of yours sells weird stories about computers that lead their own lives.
I'll bet you're scared.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Are you coming?
No, I'll find a taxi.
That's enough, Van Rowan. This isn't a circus. How many times have I told you? If you want to play the clown, do it on your own time. This is company time. Hey, if you don't like it, then get the hell out.
I hope he's there tonight.
All right, ladies, cut the gabbing.
What a nerve he's got.
shithead. A good riddance.
Good morning, Mr. Cravanger.
Morning.
Hiya, Spick. You're early today.
Hello there. I thought you were sick.
Sick? Why?
Well, I had to take over for you this morning.
Take over what?
The lift. The one in the office building. Well, that's why I thought you were sick.
I see. Was something wrong there?
Yeah, one of the cleaning staff. He went into the shaft and got mangled in the works. Dead as a doornail. The police think that he's the one who's been fooling around with the lift.
What the hell's going on, anyway? Why wasn't I told about it?
Ah, Mr. Adelar, there you are.
What's going on here? Why is Spickerman taking over for me?
Because you're not working today.
Not working?
No, not today and not for some time. You're going to take 4 weeks sick leave.
Has everyone gone crazy?
You should be very glad. Why, you should have been fired. And why didn't you show up for work yesterday? You let down some important customers. What, may I ask, were you doing going around behind my back, making private visits to our business associates? Have you taken leave of your senses? We have excellent contacts with Rising Sun. How dare you suggest that their electronic installations are no good?
Not me. I never said anything like that.
Spickerman will be taking over for you for a while. That will give you a little time to settle down.
But it's my lift.
And it's my decision. I want you to keep away from that lift. Understand? Stay away from it.
Hey, what's wrong now, Felix?
With me? Nothing. It's the lift that's wrong.
Well, I'll be giving it a checkup after this weekend.
That's a bit too late.
But they know who did it now.
Like hell they do.
Sure, it was the cleaner.
No way. He had nothing to do with it.
What do you mean?
You see, this time the man just wasn't careful enough. And that's what got him killed.
What made him do it? Why did he have to play tricks with the lift like that?
Everything points in his direction. Did you know he had a police record?
No, he never mentioned it.
Tell us what it says, Schmidt.
Auto theft and burglary, being drunk and disorderly.
There you are. You can see it's quite serious.
It doesn't surprise me, though. I always thought that he was unreliable. But it's not so easy these days to find anyone who'd do the cleaning.
Will you, here, sign this.
Yes. There you are. I'm happy I was able to help. If you need anything, just call me.
We certainly will if the need arises. In any case, we'd like to thank you for your cooperation.
It was a pleasure.
Well, Smith, now that this case is solved, we can concentrate on more important things. Where did I put those brochures?
The upper drawer, sir.
Ah, here they are.
But can you be sure the cleaner is the guilty party?
Of course, it's obvious. Whenever there was trouble with the lift, the cleaning team was in the building the night before.
But couldn't it just be coincidence?
We're not dealing with coincidence in our business. We're after facts, Smith. And the facts point clearly in one direction. I'm only happy we could clear up this case before I go on my vacation. Oh, yes, my plane. What time does the flight leave Monday, Smith?
Saskia? Hello? What? Where are you? Oh. Your mother must be delighted. And the kids? Now look, I don't know what's happened to you this time, but just how long do you plan to... Well, I'm not gonna play any of your stupid games anymore. I've had it.
This time you've gone too far.
We've had certain delays.
When you started all this, you assured me nothing could go wrong. If anybody ever finds out, it would be disastrous.
Nobody will find out.
I can't fool my technicians any longer. I should never have listened to you. God only knows what you've been doing all this time.
There have been problems. I will solve them soon.
I don't want to have any more to do with your experiments.
I must have a rest. I need to think.
You're not well, Croon. You're sick.
You can't be left on your own, can you? I always miss the good parts. Easy.
What took you so long?
How should I know what you do on your nights off?
What's he doing here?
It was very sick.